message comes out, which is slow. It's like, and
right.
when everything else was live and party.
Absolutely.
So it definitely caught everybody's attention because it threw everybody off. Like, what the fuck is this?
Absolutely.
You know, and then when they started listening to it, it's like,
right.
oh shit, that's,
right.
you know, they talking about something, you know, real, which resonated with people outside of hip hop more than people inside of hip hop.
Absolutely.
You know? Even the Furious Five didn't want to do the message.
No.
No, they didn't want to do it.
I could imagine.
It was supposed to be for the Sugar
and they were
Gang.
super dope, but they had a
couldn't
different
pull it
concept.
off. All right, and the only one out of all of them that could pull that song off was Melly Mel. So, Duke Booty, who was a member of the Sugar Hill Band,
absolutely, no doubt,
he wrote the message.
Right.
He wrote "A Child Is Born." I mean, he wrote "Don't Push Me 'Cause I'm Close."
Wow.
Melly Mel wrote "A Child Is Born with No State of Mind." That's the only rhyme he wrote in that.
And I know he did that in a previous song.
He did it
before,
in Super
right?
Rap.
Super Rap. There you go.
Yeah,
right.
but Sylvia thought it was so. You know, it matched this song so much, and it was so much of a message in that rhyme itself that it fitted this format. So she kept Duke Booty's part and put Mel in there, and the message was born. And to this day, it's one of the most important records ever made in hip hop.
Absolutely, without question. I want to talk about another record that's absolutely important in hip hop. That a lot of hip hop connoisseurs deem this to be, of course, another one of the most important songs in hip hop. Some that are, you know, for the hip hop lighthearted and weak-hearted, they might not necessarily gravitate to it very quickly. But for those who are rugged hip hoppers, we know that Fresh, Fly, Wild and Bold, Cold Crush Brothers, another motherfucking game changer. And this is why, in my opinion, it was a game changer, because as you mentioned, you have phenomenal groups. Grandmaster Flash, Phrase 5. You know, you had the Disco 4.
Funky 4 plus
right.
one more.
Funky 4 plus one more. Crash Crew. Everybody's
Treacherous 3.
Rocking, right? 4. Everything is super dope, right? But everything is pretty much, it's crew songs. I'm naming them groups because they're legendary, but they are also in the niche of making crew type songs, right? Mm-hmm. So within that realm, they're making these crew songs, but everything is, like you said, is kind of formatted a kind of a party, kind of
party groove, party vibe, right. Party beats,
right? Which y'all did. That crew battle shit that Cold Crush 4 has been known for, y'all encapsulated that shit perfectly in Fresh, Fly, Wild and Bold. That shit was a no-nonsense hip-hop song. And when that shit came out, it was another song that when I was a shorty in the hood, that shit came out, and my man, rest in power, rest in peace, my man DJ Anscan, DJ Frank Lou, they brought that shit to the hood, and right, Anscan, Frank Lou, when they brought that shit to the hood, AP. And that's another song I just played it again, because it was almost like one of them kind of songs where we hear the song and we all like citywide, we know who the Cold Crush 4 is because you know the tapes are circulating. But when that song came out, it's like we can now visualize. It's like they here with us, they here right with us, man. Like, what was the formulation and creation of that song like, man?
I wrote Fresh, Wild, Fly, and Bold based on the 4 different personalities that we have in our group.
Dope.
You know what I mean? I figured if you know, we just key in on each person's personality, you can see, you know, the dynamic within the group. I'm fresh, you know what I mean?
Absolute.
JDL is wild.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? AD's a pretty boy, he's fly.
Right.
And KG think he can beat everybody. He's bold. You know what I mean? So Fresh, Wild, Fly, and Bold, it was kind of a no-brainer.
Yo, KG.
The reason why I was able to write
it was crazy.
The reason why I was able to write it so effectively is that I'm a little bit of each one. You know what I mean? So I it's like I'm writing it for myself, but I'm writing it if I was JDL. This is what I'd say.
So what I would say.
If I was AD, this is what I'd say. If I was KG, this is what I'd say.
See, that's master lyricism. See, that's what master lyricism does, man. You're able to, you know, not only to express yourself, but you can tap in and kind of assimilate yourself to the individuals who you're around on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Express their attributes and put it down precisely. on pen and paper. That's not an easy task, man. That is remarkable, man. That is apparently so.
Facts.
Apparently so for the grandest of them all. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Listen, man. This is what we gonna do. We're gonna get into gonna throw on the quick Master Caz joint, man. I'm gonna slap on something real quick, man, and then we're gonna come back for a few minutes, get into